Hey, noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and finally I get to meet the aliens. I'm so excited, and so is my frogmouth helmet. What I'm on about? What's the Daily Mail? They're the ones who told me, and it's legit, right? I mean, we've already discussed the Daily Mail in the past, and it was about history, and they did not do a good job. But anyways, CIA docs claim life did exist on Mars, and it was a population of very large people. Oh, like my cousin. It must be all the pasta. Who built pyramids, unlike my cousin, as far as I know. While NASA is searching for life on Mars, a CIA document claims it was found 40 years ago. I mean, NASA, what are you guys doing? I mean, all the how do they even get funding at this point? If sending all the stuff in space while all you needed was this document from the report Mars Exploration. Holy moly, Elon Musk, you think you're gonna be the first one to create a colony on Mars? It seems like Mars Exploration has already happened, mate. May 22nd, 1984? I mean, can we pause for a moment when it comes to the actual technology involved with exploring Mars? Because 1984 means, do you see these computers that I've got right next to me here? This is an IBM computer from 1981. This is an Amiga 500 from 1987. So that would already be futuristic for this Mars exploration. If anything, maybe they used the Commodore 64 from 1982 that I have here. Fantastic computer, by the way. You can do a lot of things with that computer. One thing you can't do is sending people to Mars, but it is what it is. Details how the agency used astral projection. What did you just say to me? The agency used astral projection, the idea that a person's spirit can travel through the astral plane, to transport a subject to Mars approximately 1 million years BC? Approximately. Approximately. Give me a sec. I love the approximately. I need to understand this. And it's not just focus on the date for a second. Yeah? Regardless of the astral projection stuff, let's just focus on the date. NASA. Approximately 1 million years BC. Like, you do understand that you're not being approximate, because we are in 2024, so if you say 1 million years BC, you actually mean that these traveler was sent 1,002,024 years, because it's BC. Oh. Why am I even reading this? The study, how is this a study, was part of a Project Stargate. Oh, okay, it's the TV series. Oh, that was great, actually, but they're wrong. It's Stargate SG-1, because Stargate is the movie, but Stargate SG-1 is the one that goes around multiple planets, so it will be Stargate SG-1. Fantastic. A secret US Army unit established in 1977 that focused on anomalous phenomena, including remote viewing, telepathy, and psychokinesis. Hey, it sounds like a nice plot. I'll give you that. Big, great game. Participants were exposed to sound like binaural beats and hemi-sync audio to induce altered states of consciousness and promote psychic abilities. What are we reading again? The Daily Mail. The Daily Mail. The experiment's subject was transported to the planet during the specified year, reporting an oblique view of a pyramid. Oblique. So it was a pyramid, but it was... Well, wait, a pyramid is already kind of oblique. So if it's an oblique view of a pyramid, it would be like this, like horizontal, I guess. I'm confused. And a very large road with a monument similar to those known among ancient Egyptians on Earth, the report claims. The vision then shifted to a population of very large people searching for a new place to live because their environment was corrupted. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love alien stuff. I'm all for alien stuff. And recently I got to say, it's like alien all over the place. First, and I do talk about it on my channel occasionally, there was the situation with the whistleblower, David, whatever his name was, speaking in Congress about aliens.
Do you believe UAPs pose a potential threat to our national security?
Yes, and here's why.
Then there were the aliens in Mexico, and they were like inviting scientists and whatnot. Now we've got the situation with the drones in the US, and they're like, oh, it could be aliens. And as I say, I love alien stuff. For instance, yesterday night, I was playing with a community on Twitch, on my Twitch channel, Metatron Gemini, and we were playing an alien game. Let me show you the best moments. It was great. It's the Greys. Link in the description. To my Twitch channel, not to the Greys. Oh, there they are. Are we in New Jersey or something then? Because, I mean, with the latest, let's zoom in. 3 lights in the sky. Go imagine if we see something like this one of these nights, right? Oh, they are studying the... I knew it was going to be Greys. I knew it was going to be Greys. It's the grey alien. It actually says it. What is that? Windows 95? What have we got in milk? Hey, milk is going to spoil like that. I need to put it back in the fridge. Hanging out. Oh my gosh, I know they're gonna freak me out with a jump scare. They're gonna freak me out with a jump scare. Look at this one. I don't know why, but Greys are actually the aliens that scare me the most. You can give me xenomorph. You can give me reptilians. It's the Greys that freak me out the most. I think they're in the house, guys. Can I use the radio to contact the local authorities? I suppose not. Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, did you hear that? Oh, did you hear that? That was alien gibberish. Audio in this game is good. Oh, the audio is good. Oh, I don't want to go downstairs. Oh, I don't want to go downstairs. Oh my god, it's the lamp. I thought it was an alien. Oh, what? Did you see it? Holy moly. No, I'm not opening that door. There's no way. I'm going upstairs. What? Madonna Santa Madonnissima. Whoo. Now we've got this situation. So it's either authorities just figured out that talking aliens always gets the population distracted. It's either that, or they're actually preparing us for an alien invasion. They know it's about to happen. And to be honest, considering how we are treating, maybe that's what we need. The Daily Mail. Project Stargate was the US government's new weapon against the Soviet Union, aimed at creating mind-reading spies who could infiltrate the minds of its enemies. Now here's a question I have for that. I have a question when it comes to that, sir. If I may. Let's say that this is true and, we take it at face value. The US actually created psychic spies. That's fantastic. But if those spies don't speak Russian, even if they read the minds of the Soviets, those Soviets will be thinking in Russian, which means they will be listening to a lot of I mean, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, okay? So government, if you're listening, what you need to create psychic linguists. Boom. You're welcome, US. You're welcome. Should give me citizenship, automatic citizenship for that. The classified project was conducted at Fort Meade in Maryland, recruiting men and women who claimed to have extrasensory perception, ESP, to help uncover military and domestic intelligence secrets. I love the fact that it doesn't say that the people conducting the projects were finding men and women who were supposed to have extrasensory perception. No, people who claimed. So anyone can claim it. I can totally point you to a couple of those. The experiment's subject was transported to the planet during the specified year, reporting an oblique view. Oh yeah, we read this one. But why are there a bunch of... These are not giants though. That's not what the giants look like. You need to make them bigger. How do you think they built the pyramids? You need to make them bigger. They could just pick up the stones and yeah. So in reality, what they build is like a Lego set. Because for the giants, the pyramids are small. For the pyramids are big for us, but for the giants, they're small. It's a Lego project. It shut down in 1995, thank the gods, including Mars. But during its more than 10 years existence, psychics known as remote viewers participated in a wide array of operations, from locating hostages kidnapped by Islamic terrorists, groups, to tracing the path of fugitive criminals within the US. Isn't that like the, there is like a TV series that has that plot exactly. Maybe it was a confession all along. Leading up to its closure was Mars Exploration, May 22nd, 1984, a document declassified in 2017 that has recently resurfaced online. You see, that if I'm gonna believe a conspiracy, that's the conspiracy I'm gonna believe. Why did this resurface now? And that's all we're hearing. It's always aliens, aliens, aliens. That is something that I'm gonna say, Maybe that's not a coincidence that they watch it, wait another 3 weeks, we'll hear another thing about aliens. The document is sparse in details, beginning with method of site acquisition sealed envelope coupled with geographic coordinates. Well, it does sound pretty cool. Whoever wrote it, nice vocabulary. The envelope was provided to the subject before the interview, but was not opened until afterward. Of course, the subject is psychic, so what did they need to open the envelope for? Of course, it wasn't open. In the envelope was a 3 to 5 card with the following information: the planet Mars, time of interest, approximately 1 million BC, the document reads. The administrator of the experiment verbally relayed the envelope contents and allowed the subject to provide their observation. So they did tell them. The starting time was 10:09 a.m. ET. Oh, of course there is ET. Oh, I'm glad ET is there. You need to have an ET if you're looking for aliens. You might as well. The subject was asked to focus their attention on a 40.89 degrees north, 9:55 degrees west. I'm surprised the subject understood that, because I understood nothing there. It sort of looks, I kind of got an oblique view of a pyramid or pyramid form, the subject said. While NASA, again, they're going after NASA with this one. While NASA searching for life on Mars, the CIA documents claims it. They continued to describe the structure as ochre-colored, a hue ranging from yellow to deep orange and brown. Yeah, why are you explaining ochre instead of explaining to me this? The subject then observed shadows of very tall, thin people. Oh, they were thin. Isn't that fat shaming, though? Wearing strange clothing. What's strange to you? I mean, what about if the aliens were to see the clothing we wear? Well, I'm wearing a fantastic, dashing, late 15th century arming doublet based on the paintings by Piero della Francesca, so I'm sure the aliens will appreciate that. But when it comes to those kids that just wear like the broken, the trashed trousers, all the kind of stuff that you see during those, you know, the models wear, for some reasons, I don't know, they wear stuff that no one wears, or the rich. Have you seen the rich when they wear like something that looks like a freaking garbage bag? My money is on the Martians having better taste. My money's on the Martians. The administrator prompted the subject to remain in that time period, but moved to another location in space. Splendid. The landscape featured a very long road with what appeared to be the Washington Monument at the end. On Mars? What the heck is the Washington Monument doing on Mars? It's like 150 meters tall, isn't it? It's like an obelisk, the subject said, before being asked to move to different locations until they saw people again. The subject moved to a place where a violent storm was ripping through Mars. Did they exist 1 million years ago? And people were using the giant pyramids for shelter. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't like the spaceports. It wasn't power plants. They were shelter. Wait, what? Different chambers, but they are almost stripped of any kind of furnishing or anything. Yeah, they do need to spruce up the place. I think, you know, every time I see pictures of the pyramids, the insides, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's like, strictly functional, a place for sleeping, or that's not a good word, hibernation, some form, the subject said. Okay, so they hibernate in the pyramids, the giants. I get real raw inputs, storms, savage storms, and sleeping through storms. That doesn't sound like a bad input, sleeping through a storm. It actually sounds cozy. I like that. The administrator asked the subject to describe who was sleeping through the storm. Very tall again, very large people, but you said they were thin. Oh, but they are thin. Yeah, there we go. Great. They look, that's pretty cool, actually. I like the image. I really like it. They look that way because of their height, and they dress like in, oh, hell. It's like a real light silk, but it's not flowing type of clothing. It's like cut to the fit, they explained. I like that. They're showing off, basically. They're showing off their waist because they're fit. Once again, fat phobic. The subject told the administrator that these were ancient people who were dying. Maybe they're not fit then. Maybe they're starving. It's past their time or age, the subject said. They are very philosophic about it. They're looking for, a way to survive, and they just can't. The subject appeared concerned for the ancient people, saying they were looking for a way out or waiting for someone to return. Lovely. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input of the corruption of the environment, the subject said. It's failing very rapidly, and this group went somewhere like a long way to find another place to live. I mean, they could have come to Earth. The subject claimed to have spoken with one of these people. Wait, but this is imaging from the past. So how are you speaking to the people? And why are they speaking? What language are you using? Not to mention that these people are seeing you appear, judging their clothing, by the way. I'm glad it didn't begin like a massive misunderstanding, like a diplomatic incident with the aliens. Let's see what the people told him. Who told them that a group had left in what looks like the inside of a larger boat. It's called a shipmate. No one says space boat. spaceship. The administrator told the subject to go along on the journey and report what they saw. Impressions of a really crazy place with volcanoes and gas pockets and strange plants, a very volatile place. What is a volatile place? It's very much like going from the frying pan into the fire, the subject said. Very nice, thank you for that, it's all clear. The difference is there seems to be a lot of vegetations where the other place did not have it. And the other place being Mars, I suppose, and a different kind of storm. Oh goodness gracious, it's always storms. There must be a planet. If these species is capable of intergalactic travel, can they not detect a planet that doesn't have the massive storms? If they're coming from a level with me, okay, level with me for a moment. If the species is leaving their planet and the planet is all of those storms and are like, enough of that, I can't stand those storms anymore, I'm going to travel thousands of years, light years, and finally they find Mars, but then they get the storms again. It's like literally the one place where the storms is where you choose to relocate. You need to do something about your navigation plans, mate. Not to mention it's a downgrade because they don't have the vegetation anymore. The administrator then told the subject it was time to come back. Yes. Further, now, the sound of my voice on the 22nd of May 1984, they told the subject. And I believe that's the end of what? It always amazes me what our tax dollars go to. I mean, that's a good point. That is a good point, mate. Anyways, this was the Daily Mail, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the splendid information that was conveyed, and I'm really looking forward to the new, to meeting these aliens, and it's gonna be great. Thank you, appreciate that. See you, bye. Anyways, I'm gonna go astral project in a minute, so I'll see you later. And there you go. You wait for a week, and the alien appears, starts speaking to the entire world. And his first words are, get rid of TikTok.